Angles and Parallel Lines by Crystal. I will be showing you some angles and how to calculate some by yourself. I will also be showing you what parallel lines are. First I'll be showing you some angles. Now the first thing you need to know is that a full angle is a circle, and a circle is 360 degrees. So all angles that are less than 360 degrees are only a part of a full angle. I have some basic angles here. The first one is 90 degrees. Now 90 degrees is 1/4 of 360 degrees, which you might know if you did 360 divided by 4. But you can see that here this is 90 degrees right here, 90 degrees. And you can see that if you cut it into quarters, that would be 1/4 of 360 degrees. And this is easier to measure smaller angles, and you can go off 90 degrees and things like that. The second one is 180 degrees. 180 degrees is obviously double 90 degrees, so it is 1/2 of 360 degrees. So this would be the angle of 180 degrees, and so this bit wouldn't be here, so it would be 180 degrees. Alright, now that you've figured out some basic angles, I'm going to get you to figure out some angles of your own. Now you're going to figure out the B angle, the C angle, the D angle, E, F, G and H. Now this might seem hard, but it's not really, because you remember that all angles are up to 360 degrees. Now you just turn this into 360 degrees, and you know that it's not really that hard. Now you've got your first angle here, which is 45 degrees. So your angle's right here, this angle right here, and this angle here is 45 degrees as well, because it looks exactly the same. So this is 45 degrees. Now all your two 45 degrees here add up to 90 degrees, and knowing that your full circle adds up to 360 degrees, you can just go 360 take away 90, which is of course 270 degrees. Now finding this out is very, very important, because you know that all your angles add up to 360 degrees. So that these angles right here that you're trying to figure out now is half of 270 degrees. And half of 270 degrees is 135 degrees. So these angles right here are 135 degrees. And in case you don't get why it's 135 degrees, all of these angles here, 135, 135, 45 and 45, they all add up to 360 degrees, so you've got your angles. Now these ones down here, well, they're exactly the same as these ones up here. So it's 45 degrees, same with here, 135 degrees, and same here. And you just figured out your angles. Now other than angles, I'm going to teach you parallel lines. So a parallel line is if you had, say, you had some lines, 2 or more lines, and you put them right next to each other. And if you kept adding to the back and the front of them, they would never ever touch. Ever. So all these lines are parallel lines, because if you keep adding to them, and adding to them, and adding to them, they have the same distance in between them. So they're parallel lines. Which lines do you think are parallel? Which lines do you think that if you keep adding to them and adding to them, will never ever touch? Well, of course, it's definitely this one, and this one, because if you kept adding to these lines, they touch, and these are already touching. But if you keep adding to these lines, same distance between them, And that's how you do angles and parallel lines. I hope this helped you out.